Good evening. This is Elizabeth at Sanguine Tree. Just working in my studio this evening. As you can see, I have a buddy with me. She really wants to not be inside. But when I let her outside, she barks. So I'm just working in my studio. I thought I would do some. Really, I should be doing like a tea time with Liz update and kind of show you what I'm working on, but I've got some things I got to knock out tonight and this weekend, and I'll kind of go over those items. Before I start on this big boy right here. So I've got two things coming up. One is let's just get that one out of the way. One is the beautification process for Festus Main Street, and I can't see the comments right now. I should probably pull that up on my other laptop real fast. See if I can mute it. But so Festus Main Street, they're starting a beautification process. I think that's Josie that's on there. Hi Josie, how are you, dear? So the beautification process is starting. I've got a piece we're unveiling it on April 28th at noon. And this piece was really pretty. It was a lot of fun to do. I worked on this last weekend. Some of y'all watched. This is really similar to the technique and style of the piece. I cannot unveil the piece to you guys here, but this is a sneak peek at the colorization's different for my piece that I'm unveiling. So this is a really good representation of something that you'll see on Festus Main Street of my work, which is very exciting because I'm one of 10. So that's that, and I've been talking about that for a while. I'm going to try to move this stuff out of my way as I go because I got a lot to go over. Okay, so, and then for the 21st, I'm doing a show out at the Arlington Hotel in DeSoto. It's for the Affliction Addiction. And that's a nonprofit organization, and they always do this show every single year. It's a huge group of bikers that are phenomenal people. A lot of fun to hang out with. And they're inviting Canines in Crisis as their beneficiary for the ticket sales and like artist booth fees and stuff like that. So that's really cool, and I like the people over at Canines in Crisis. They've done a lot of cool stuff, and I've met them in person, and they're a cool team. So I'm happy to support that cause. So let me go over some of the things that I think I'm going to take because I'm in planning mode right now for that show, and you guys will get kind of a sneak peek of what I'm thinking I'm going to take with me. So we're going to have bikers and models and people who love dogs. So a very eclectic group of people. So and then the theme is graffiti. So I am going to I'm just going to really rely on my abstract stuff with bright, vivid colors, and I think that'll fit in with the theme. Anyways. So I picked this up from the Goodwill. It's just a board, and I like these boards because these are great to pour on. They're super stable, so I can use a high water concentration on it, and it won't warp. Like, I can't go super big on canvas because the canvas will actually like bow in the middle, and then you end up with like this puddle when I'm doing like my wet pouring techniques. So I like these boards, but it needs some work because obviously it's got paint a finish on it. So I gotta strip that all down and prep it. So that's one of the to-dos this weekend. Alright. I just did this tonight. Go check out my video. It was probably not my best video I've done of those meditation and paint that I'm doing on 30 proof painting. But I just did this piece tonight. And that was like a dripping technique. So I think this is going to be a piece that I take with me to the affliction addiction. But it needs something in the center. And this is actually left over from me working on my piece for the affliction addiction. Probably wondering what this is. This is actually pieces of gesso that I peeled up that bubbled on me. So I'm going to play with it. I think this is what I'm going to use. I don't know, but I'm thinking of building a three-dimensional effect and almost creating a flower-like something in the center. And I think that'll go well with the colors in the background. And obviously I'm going to paint it. It's just white from the gesso. So that's a piece that I'm working on. What else do I got over here? Oh, this one, I'm working on this as well. That has a little bit of a graffiti feel to it. Again, I think all this abstract stuff will fit in well. And I'm going to go with kind of a little sitting area. It's kind of what I'm thinking, because I'm going to bring this coffee table. I got to find me a funky chair to take. So something like cozy. And oh, and then I've also got these 3 thicker canvas. Like when I sell my like higher end paintings, like these little thin guys are the canvases. They're not bad quality, because I don't like to buy bad quality, but this is what I use in those, and you can see the difference in the depth. This is what I like to use when I'm doing those like wine and paint or meditation paint, something where I'm teaching people. But I end up having extra canvases, so I still got, still got to sell them, because I'm getting a little inundated here. So I am still going to sell them. I tend to sell them for not as much, because they don't sit out far from the wall. They look better when you frame them. Framing them costs more. So whereas these, they're thick enough to where you can just put these straight on your wall. No frame necessary. You can get it framed. These just look more professional. And sometimes I even get up to 2 inches thick on them. Just depending upon, I guess, what I'm going for. But my plan for this is to lay them out like this and do a trio piece. I do like my trios. And doing a pouring. So I got a lot of pouring to do this weekend. So you might see me live again at God knows what hour. So I'm working on that. And then this is a smaller piece. I don't know if I'm going to take it, but I do know that I need to get it varnished. Couple coats of the varnish. I'll do my best to show you. Oh, and I'm looking for suggestions on what to watch Netflix tonight while I'm working. So I'll take Netflix suggestions if you got them. But those 3 pieces, I'm going to at least get them prepped. I don't know if they'll fit in with all the colors of everything that I'm bringing. Who knows? But they go together. And again, I like my trios. So here's another trio for you. I don't know. I like it. I think this would make a cute little bathroom piece. You know, a little wall somewhere that you're not really sure what to do with. So I'm going to finish that piece off, you know, put wire on it and get it completely done this weekend. Alright, hold on. I got more to show you. More to show you. Why, thank you, Josie. Appreciate that. Let's see, what else do we got? Okay, and then I'm on the fence about bringing this piece because I'm sure the bikers will like it. You know, your traditional, I don't know, stereotypical biker probably will like it or think it's cool at least to look at. Ooh, I don't know if that's a good view. But this I did a while ago. I did it for one of those wine and paint classes. I actually taught people how to paint this. It was a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite things that I did. I don't normally paint in skulls. It's nothing that I have against it. I actually like skulls and I like that little like edgier, you know, stuff. I just don't tend to wear it. This is stuff I was into when I was in high school. It didn't stick, as I guess is the best way to say it, like as far as like in my aesthetic and even like how I present myself and my appearance. Now I do like a lot of bright colors, which is why I like my abstract stuff. Oh, and then this is another piece that I am going to take. Now this is really, I don't know, the full spectrum here. I'm trying to get a nice range of things that go together, like kind of an eclectic look to it, and then take it with me. Okay, so that's what I got so far. I didn't pull out my necklaces, but I will also be taking a whole bunch of pendants with me. Like I said, I'm gonna do this coffee table, try to do like a sitting area thing. With this, a chair, and then another, I don't know what you're saying, wow, too, Josie. There's actually a little delay. I see your comments about, I think it's like 7 to 9 seconds after I say something. So sometimes I'm not sure what it lines up with. But I'm going to try to do this coffee table and an end table with a little chair. I have a funky light idea. And then I'm going to take black shutters and create a wall to hang my paintings up on. So I still have a lot of work to do, and I've got like 2.5 weeks to get it done. So, I mean, I can get it done. I don't think it... If I have to leave a piece or two behind, I'll leave a piece or two behind, you know. It is what it is. I don't know if I'm going to do prints. Prints cost a lot of money to get enough up front. I either got to buy myself a printer or set up a GoFundMe to help get a printer, because I'm just finding it's way too much money to keep prints, a stock of prints on hand to sell, because they sell about half as often as my paintings do. Like, most people are going to want the original. Makes sense. Okay, so I've got the comments from the video going on up here on the live video, so now I can kind of see where you're at and where I'm at. Alright, so let's talk about this piece. This is my inspiration color for this piece. I don't know where the cap just went. So that's like the inspiration color. I'm thinking the base of this coffee table, and it's not a super fancy like as far as texture, but it's got a nice solid top. And if you guys were watching last weekend, you would have seen that this was a pink top to start with. I added gesso. I've sanded it down. It's super smooth. I filled in some of the marks that were on here. So it's ready to go. I just gotta mix up colors. So luckily, I already have a color that matches my inspiration color. So we're gonna use that. Shoot, I don't know if I have off-white anymore. I'm gonna have to make me an off-white. Okay, fair enough. I think I ran out of off-white last weekend. Forgot to go to the store and stockpile. Okay. Ow, just found the cap. So I'm thinking like, it's hard to see because the outside's messing, but I'm thinking like a light blue as well. It's not quite this teal. It's like a powder blue. Then I'm thinking a navy blue. Well, this is bright blue. Shoot, where's that navy blue? Hold on. I'll be back. Okay, let's see what we already got in here. Dude, I'm going to do a supply run. That sucks. Let's see. I have a navy blue somewhere. Ultramarine violet. I'm not a big fan of purple and teal together. It reminds me too much of like the 80s. Sorry, anybody out there who's super 80s fan. I'm going to go ahead and add a little. This is titanium buff. It's like an off-white. I'm going to go ahead and add a little water to this and use the rest of it up as an off-white to this white. Obviously, I'm going to have white as my buffer color. I'll probably go around the edge with white. And I'm thinking silver. And when I'm going to do the silver is I'm going to take string and dip the string in this, and then when there's a whole layer of paint down, I'm going to pull the string through the paint and I'll create this cool arcing technique. And so my thought was to do kind of the outside of this and like the silver, the off-white, and the white, and try to get as much silver streaks in it. And then in the center, sorry, I got all sorts of stuff. I ran to the dollar store real quick before I popped this video on because I was out of string, or at least I couldn't find my string. Either way, I got string now. So string for the silver, So if you've watched my pouring techniques before, then you know that I will sometimes layer the colors into a cup and dump the cup, or I'll layer the colors into like a cylinder so I don't have to dump the cup and then just lift the cylinder up and it goes whoop, out. But I saw this technique. This is not my own technique. I can't take credit for it. And it's multiple people have done it. I don't know who came up with the idea first. But what you do is you pour in the center of your strainer, and when it goes, it's like having however many holes are here. It's like having that many small little pores, so you get more cells and texture. So my thought was to put this in the center of the table and let it kind of out, and then the rest of it would be, you know, so that way the focus was in the center of the table. That was a thought I had. I'm not a huge fan of this particular one, but I did go ahead and get it from the dollar store because it's got like 7 holes. It's real small, but this is going to be good for this piece. So I think I'm going to use it on that piece in the future. So I'm going to get set up. I'm going to probably go into no talking for a few minutes as I get the colors mixed. And I'm also going to move some of the things I was showing you out of my space just so I'm not so closed in. It's a little claustrophobic right now. To see it finished. Aw, Josie, I love you. You're so good to me. Like, I appreciate you hopping on and watching. And then you're always so sweet with compliments. So, I miss ya. So, I gotta figure out what other colors to do. We got this teal. So that's already mixed up. I always love this teal and green combination. I probably like it too much. But I think I'm going to go ahead and use the teal and the green for the center. I am thinking about this little bit of this light blue that I already have put together. Maybe adding white to it and lighten it even further and using that in the flower. So it's kind of like this very light blue. That, oh, you guys can't even see it. Me, I don't think. I think my head's cut off. Sorry. Let's scoot down here. Whew. Okay. But the table's prepped. If you hear me move it around a lot, that's because this has got a whole bunch of drop cloths taped to the bottom of this, and then the edge of it has been taped off as well. Oh, and then when I'm done and it's dried, I'm going to use epoxy across the top of it. So that's going to really make the colors pop. I also have silver leafing, so I'm going to probably put some silver leaf into this. If I had some good glitter, I might glitter it as well, but no. So, not going to happen this time, I don't think. Yeah, so I got to come up with another color. Let me think here. If it's this, I'm thinking this like this purple. The green, the teal, and I mean it's not the same kind of purple as this that I was not a fan of. This is ultramarine and violet. It's not even opened, brand new bottle. I mean, I have a good idea what, yeah. This is like, It's very magenta-y color, so I think I'm gonna use a little bit of that in this. No, that doesn't belong down here. Got a little black mixed up. Oh, that's that special black. I need to label my stuff. Yeah, what do you think, Josie? This, and this is the three main colors for the flower. I think those are great. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Oh, and then maybe some darker blue. Yup. Yup. Not dark enough. I don't even think I'm going to put black in it this time. I think I'm going to keep it without black. We'll see. Sometimes when I'm layering it up, I decide on something different just because it dictates that it needs it, you know. This, I gotta pour some of this into a cup for how I'm using it. I'm gonna need a cup for that. Okay. I'm gonna need a cup for a dark blue. Smidgen of green for that. And we'll be able to see the difference. And you do need a dark color, so I'm gonna, this is when I'm trying to figure out something that goes in the color family. A little bit more green, but it's almost there. Doesn't look like much, but because it's mostly pigment, I mean, granted, the green and the black that I mixed in was a pre-mixture of the pouring stuff, so okay, just kidding, a little bit more green. And if it's too much green, I can always, you know, put some blue back in there. But the trick with color mixing is to not mix a ton of different colors together. Like at most, you should be only mixing 3 colors because, and I can already see it happening with this. It's you might not see it, but I can see it. But what happens is when you mix more than 3 paints together, it actually starts to gray out. real easily. It's probably hard to tell the difference between the other blue that I had, but it's got, you know, some of that green in there, and then I darkened it up with some of that black. Heck, I might like this so much I might not sell it. We'll see, because this is turning out to be really close to colors I already have in my house. And you won't believe how often that happens. You know, there's a reason why I picked out those colors from my house. Like, this is pretty close to my kitchen color. Yeah, my kitchen color is that dark. Oh, good. I'm glad you could tell the difference, Josie. So, now we need to mix gel to go with it, because this was mostly the blue pigment. Oh, yes. I'm loving that color. Loving it. Now, it's going to look lighter with the gel, because the gel tends to whiten it out a little bit. So these dark colors really do dry darker in the long run, because the gel starts out white and then it dries clear. So that means more of the pigment. See, I don't know if you can tell, it's a little lighter, but more of the pigment is able to show up and shine. Oh, I love this color. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I mixed a custom color. This is beautiful. It's gonna look so good. Oh yay, it's not quite a blue. It's actually a little bit of a teal color, but it's like really blue teal. Take some of the water I'm supposed to be drinking. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this now. I got a little overzealous with the water here. Oh well, that's what the gel's for. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I just needed to blend together. Okay. Alright. So this is the whole process. A lot of the work that I do is just in mixing colors. Sometimes you just gotta take a moment to get the colors right before you can get into working. If you get your colors right in this pouring technique, it just makes the whole process of pouring go like super smooth. I can't tell if I need to do a little bit more water. Just a little bit. Don't go crazy, Elizabeth. I feel like a mad scientist sometimes, like mixing this up and trying to get the consistency just right and changing colors and all sorts of stuff. Alright, this will make one color of my mini. And I tend to pour with a lot of different colors because I just like the variety. I feel like it's so much, it just adds so much more texture and just a lot for your eye to take in. Keeps your eye busy. Yeah. Alright. That is ready. I mean, that is just a pretty color, and I hope you can see it. It's just, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm making weird noises. That's how you know I love it. Okay. Look at how pretty that's going to be with that. This one's hard to tell. fact, I might need to add a little bit more to it. I'll check that one. This were pretty good. This one. Let's see. And I always tell people that they need to take the time and check your paint, even if you have it in a bottle like I do. I just used this last week and it feels thick. Now, I don't know if that's because maybe I didn't put the lid on correctly and it started to dry out. Or if that's just because that's the life of the gel that's in there, but it needs water. And I find when I'm painting, even if I go and pre-mix my bottles 2 days beforehand, I still have to check it off. So this is the fun part. It's the boring part, getting the colors picked out and trying to make sure that they're the right consistency. Yeah, I don't know why this is drying out. Maybe these bottles, I'm going to have to get different bottles to use. These are condiment bottles that you get at like Target. It's just easier to make bigger batches of colors because I tend to like certain colors, and this bottle here, I mean, the different pigments, like this is ultimately violet. This is a professional grade fluid acrylic paint. This here, I want to say was probably almost $50. Yeah, I think this, because it's Ultramarina, it might be more. That, you know, it depends upon the pigment that they use. But that's why when I mix up a big batch of it, I don't, and it's so, because it's a professional pigment, you saw how I didn't have to squirt a ton into here, and this is a solid blue, and I, you know, thinned it out with the water and the gel, but, so this will last me a while, but what that means is I don't have a ton of colors, and they don't really they make a lot of colors, but not like when you go to the paint store and you got like 1,000 colors to choose from for your house. You know, it's not the same thing. It's probably not even a quarter of the same amount of colors. Yeah, it's not even a tenth. I think they may have 30 colors. So you have to mix. You have to custom mix. So I tend to like certain colors, and that's why I make big batches of it ahead of time. But like I said, I have to still check it and make sure that they're holding up. Alright, you can see this color. I think that'll go well. It's like a dark purple. So I've got 2 dark colors, and I guess I'm going to have to make myself a 3rd light color, so that way I'm not tempted to really make the flower dark. Don't want that to happen. Alright, that's done. We'll let that settle because I know it's got the oil in it, and so you want that oil not to be super broken up. The black I decided we weren't going to use. Oh, I put the silver back. Oh, because okay, well, I'll keep this out just in case. I need water. All right, I'll show you the base of the silver, and then I'm gonna actually tweak it a little bit and use a couple different silvers because they have different micas in it, and that will probably give it the best ability to stand out. Yeah, it's gonna need a different mica in it. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try to put a little bit of gold, the leafing into it. Let me go do that. Let me go grab that. I thought I had a silver ink. I might have used it all up. I need to do a supply run. Man, do I need to do... Oh, wait, here we go. So this is a different silver than this. And this is a silver leaf. I don't know if this is worth me putting in there. I'll know once it's poured. So I've got my doggie with me tonight, and she's really bored out of her mind. Feel bad, but whoa. I don't think I can use this with this. Just smelling it. Oh, I don't think this is gonna, nope, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. It doesn't look like it's based out of the same stuff, so I'm concerned about it breaking the paint in the pouring process. So I'm not going to use the leafing for it, but I will add some of this in. And actually, I can use this as part what's left over in the flower pour too. So if I don't use it all when I'm messing with the string, then and again, I don't know if you can see the shift in the color, but there's it's a little lighter because the mica and the ink that I just put in here, which is the water-based ink, which is why I can use it in here. The mica is more of a chrome color. Whoops. All right. She's good. She's ready. All right, that color's ready. Uh-oh. Guys, I'll be back. 1 second, grabbing water. That glass I just walked away with, that was a glass I was using to drink water out of. So I won't be drinking water out of it until it gets a good scrub. Okay. I said that one was done. I said this is done. Ooh, I need to make up some more white. And I still need to make up that light blue. Alright, another cup.
And then this one I said I was going to add a little bit more gel and try to stretch out the pigment a little bit. Oh man, she is just on fire tonight, barking her head off. I don't know what's going on with her. She's just itching for it to be good weather for, you know, an actual week or so. Oh yeah, that'll work. Make sure it's not grease pen. It's not. It's good. All right, so let's take the contents of this, which is also a pouring mixture, from that flower painting I did last weekend. Alright, let's do, I gotta get a white. I'm so like all about saving as much and reusing as much as my pigment as possible. Like I said, it's expensive sometimes, so why not? I actually save the dry paint too and use it in my, like the peelings, I use them in my necklaces that I make. Because I don't like the, I guess that must be the Bergio side of me coming out, saving everything. Waste not, want not. Alright, this is pretty thin. And I need to make a white up. It's hard to tell. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's definitely not, nowhere near enough. Okay, I gotta find my white. Ooh, I have an idea. It's gonna involve that. Ooh, that's a good idea, Elizabeth. A nice contrast. Okay. We got another color to make. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Titanium white. I'm pretty sure I only have it in ink form and not in the fluid acrylic form. Both will work. The fluid acrylic is better, but I don't have it, I believe. Nope. Doesn't look like I have it. Dude, I'm running out of colors, man. I can always use a heavy body and ink blend. I've done that before and it's worked out just fine. Titanium white is titanium white is titanium white, especially when you're using the same brand. It's the same pigment, it's just the carrier.
that they use with the pigment that's different. So I'm not going to stress about it. If I have to use a little heavy body in here, so be it. We'll try to, I think if I was do about 10 drops of this, it might be just enough pigment. How much is left? Oh, there's no dumping. There's too much to dump it. I lost count, guys. I'll do 15. If I'm even at. You're gonna tell I'm an Italian cook because I don't mix the stuff up to an exact science. Just like when I cook, I don't think I ever cook the same way. Oh, I have 3 people watching. Who are the other 2? Say hello. Let's see if I can use up the rest of this gel. Two people watching. Somebody's hiding. That's alright. I get it. It's getting late. Is it really 9:30 already? Holy cow. That looks good for our purposes. Alright, let's shake this up, then add water. Hi, Chaz. Hello. I'm on the Facebook Live, as it were.
Live, you say?
Live, yes. I'm tired of using the eyedropper. There you go. All right. I can tell if it's the right consistency just by shaking it. Yep. Bam! Another one done. I gotta mute that. Okay. I think since this is so thin, might cheat with a little bit of heavy body acrylic because it probably has a little too much water in it. Ooh, this is still too thick. That's alright. So what I'm going to do is, this is a basic white. Oh, shoot. Dude, I am making all sorts of mistakes in front of you guys. That's alright. Okay, that's better. In the current state, it was way too thin. This is a gold opal. It's not super gold. It's kind of like if you took this off-white but made it metallic. It's kind of that color. So, you know, and then it has that opal look to it. So I'm mixing that with the white and a healthy amount of it. I think that'll add a little extra pizzazz. And then I'm going to give it a shot of the actual gold color. Just a little bit. Not much. Because I don't want it to look gold, but I definitely want it to be a little different than the white and a little different than the that buff color, and that'll add to the whole marbling look on the outside edge. It'll gel, help it with its body. Well, the gel really is there to help make sure I'm not, I don't got too much water in the solution, because it'll actually cause the paint to flake versus, you know, thin out and but still have a an acrylic skin to it. There's more technical terms for it. Do I know what they are right now? Nope. No, I don't. I do not. Okay, so we've got some really light colors going on here. Why not? We'll add a little bit of this opal look to this light blue. And more titanium white. Ready to get this really light. There we go. That's getting closer to what I had in mind. And it's got a little sheen to it now. But it's way too thin. But I wanted it not to be super blue. Still is, but like I said, we're going to cheat a little bit.
I just gotta get a different heavy body paint. Because it's just too thin.
This is going to take a second because it's so thin that I have to, it takes a good stirring to get those, essentially you get these lumps of the thicker acrylic with the thin mixture. Oh, see? Really light blue. That's what I'm going for. I'm trying to make sure it's distinct from that. This is why these paintings take so long. It's the mixing part that's hard. I'm gonna move the camera just a smidgen. Try to get more of this there. Oh, that didn't help. That made it worse. That made it worse. I probably want to move it. What about that? Is that good? I can always push it out of my way. Yep, that's the color. I'm not going to do anything more with it other than check to make sure it's fluid enough. This has got a lot of pigment in it, which is a shame, but you know. Just a few more stirs because I think I saw a couple of lumps. That's the color I was going for. Thanks, Josie. I hope the lineup is a little bit better. Can see a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna set this aside. I don't need it. I'm gonna move some of these paintings real fast and some of this extra paint just so I don't have to like battle it. Well, once I start pouring, it's hard. You can't stop. It's hard to grab stuff, and that's why you gotta prep everything. Let's move this lovely one out of the way too, so it doesn't get splattered. Let's make sure this is pulled out. Don't need this. Don't need this right now. Don't need this right now. Heat gun. All right. We can reach. Good. I need that pouring thing. So this is the pouring one I'm going to use. It's not going to be easy to work with because it has no feet, but it had the right holes for the center of this table. So we're going to try to make it work. It may be a disaster. I don't know. But we'll go from there. Pick these up. Pick this up. Pick this up. I need this. I need something to cut the string pieces. Let's go ahead and clean this off. Spatulas. Okay. Check. Check. I think all that work deserves a piece of candy. Okay. Gloves. Oil. That's what I'm forgetting. So this stuff works as a disruptor. What that means, and I'll show you. But if you look up in here, there's like this little lacy texture happening in here. That is why I put the oil in there. Okay. Yay! I'm ready to start. Alright, I'm going to need something to put these strings on after I pull them. Alright, let's start with 4. Oh, what the heck, we'll do 5. Why not? Better to have them than not have them. I like that you're responding. Thanks, Josie. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. What happened to my other strings? Oh, 4 and 5. Just gonna set them over to the side here. I'm gonna set the paints over here too. We know what the colors are. Oh, I guess I should show you this. So I just put, at the end, after I've completely mixed the color, I put like 7 or 8 drops in, and then I lightly stir. You know how like when you make vinaigrette and you shake and stir the vinaigrette, it emulsifies with each other? If I overstir, that'll happen, and then the lacy texture that I'm going for, it'll be too small. So you barely stir just to break it up a little bit, and you've got bigger divots in the lace texture. The more you know, right? Oh, I'm getting excited about this one. Alright, I'm done with that. Need some in here. Probably a little extra. Just because there's a higher volume of it. And I didn't put a ton in that silver one because if you remember when I was mixing it, I used a pre-mixture and added to it. So it already had oil in it from previous pours. I never put oil in my white. Sometimes I put oil in this. I think it's got oil in it. I'm not going to add any more. I'm just going to leave it be. And this already has oil in it. This already has oil in it. Still feels heavy. I don't know if that's just out of the sheer volume. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit more water to it. And then it should be fine for sitting for a little while we do the main part. Okay, that's our flower color, and this also has oil in it too. So I don't need any more oil. I've got all my spatulas. Oh. You know what a clear surface means? It means it's time to start. I guess Penny's here to watch too. All right. Hopefully I don't get a huge mess on my pants. I mean, my pants already have paint on them. I just prefer not having to stealthily walk through the house. Who else is on? Hey on, Kush. What up, bruh? You popped on at the right time. I'm actually starting to get to the fun part. Josie's been waiting patiently as I stirred all the colors. But we're getting ready to do this table. Penny, you're not going to be able to lay there. Hopefully I don't drip on you. Alright. Let's start with white on the outside. Hopefully I've mixed up enough paint. Penny, you're going to have to move. You're going to get dripped on. I know, hon. You just want to be near me. Just... First drip. I know it's hard to tell because I'm doing white on white. Well, it's actually white on an off pink because the layer below this is kind of a pinkish color. But I'm trying to get kind of an even layer of pink going. Because that'll mean the rest of it will spread easier. Sorry about the scraping noises. Don't paint her. Yeah, I know. That's why I yelled at her to move. She does that. She likes to be right underneath my feet if she can. Sometimes that's not a problem, but in like projects like this, I really don't want her to end up with all white. She's already a beautiful copper color. I think this is too heavy. I think that's why I'm struggling a little bit. Like if it's too heavy or not shaped right, then I can't get the angle right, and you just want it to glide over the paint. And that was doing a lot of scraping. And that's not going to work because of my gloves. Alright, Elizabeth, let's come up with a solution. Let's try this guy. Let's try rubber. That's much better. So on YouTube, there's a whole bunch of these videos of people pouring. When I finally get this white spread, that's the point where a lot of them actually hop in and start the video. But as Josie got to see tonight, there is so much more to this process. It's all about being prepared. So this was that white and opal mixture. Let's save the rest for the flower.
This is that buff color.
This is that light blue color. I'm just going to use a smidgen of it.
Try to do a little bit of a drizzle. And it's got a little bit of opal in it as well. Whoops, a little too much, a little bit more than I wanted to do. But this is just in case all the color doesn't come out to the sides. There's a little bit of color. Alright, I think this is going to be a good background.
Oh yeah, I was going to do the string thing too. Okay, so let me get this evened out. I know what I want to do and how I want to do it, but I'm not seeing the item here to execute it. I need something really light to drag across here. The two things I used before are too heavy, which means I put too much pressure on the surface. I need something nice and light that'll spread these colors out. Okay, I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna go grab a piece of paper. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so this is regular like computer paper. And then this is stock paper, which I already got paint on it. I grabbed both in case I needed both. I'm thinking the computer paper is going to do the trick. Can you guys see what it did? Thumbs up if you can see that. I already love that, but it definitely needs a lot of stuff still. I have to grab a new piece of paper. I didn't quite get this edge over here. Yeah, there's not enough paint on this edge.
So I think I'm gonna do, let's grab a little more of this buff color. A little bit more of the white. I'm just trying to make sure I got great coverage before I start in on the really hard part, which is the strings and the flower. Let's come So I'm kind of already loving this technique, this like painting on this coffee table, and redoing like pieces of furniture. So I think that this is going to be something that, like, if someone wants a custom order for me to redo a piece that they find somewhere, I could probably do it and do like a similar, design or something kind of like this. At least for coffee tables. Yes, this is what I needed it to do. Now it's all the way out to the edge. Alright, let's... Oh, good, Josie. So you can see all the color variations and stuff in there?
I'll give it a second to catch up with the answer so I know. Oh, good. Yes. I'm glad you can see the light blue, and it's hard for me to tell from the screen because the screen's so far away. Alright, so now what I'm doing is I'm taking my string and in that silver, this is going to be very messy on my hands. Okay, I'm going to throw this in here and let it soak up the color. And then I'm going to take it out. Whoops, didn't want that to happen. Oh well. Do that. Next one. I don't want to take off too much of the excess paint, but oh man. Alright, that's alright. I'll work with it. This is messy. Well, this is a long one. Okay. Or is it 2? Nope, it's just really long. Let's go like that. So the side that's facing me is the side with the little drawer for storage. So I'm kind of treating that as like the front of the table. Oh, this one's long too. And I just did a big old drip. I'll just do that. We're going to save that other piece first in just a second. All right. You ready to see what this does? Just stepped in a whole bunch of paint. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to go this way. Yep. And then that way. Hey, Andrea. All right, what do you think about that? Let's take care of these blobs that I accidentally messed up on. I'm taking some of this excess paint that's on the string because it's a mixture of the background paint. And I'm sticking the string back into the silver. I'm going to cut this piece because it's really long, and what I need to do is smaller sections. Oh, perfect. we're going to cheat a little bit and try to get where that blob is. And we're going to go like that. That's pretty. I like that shape. Don't want to overdo it. I want to make sure it's nice and balanced as an image. Oh my goodness. Let me stand up here. Hey sweetheart, I see you watching. I gotta take care of that guy right there, that little bubble. So, let's get a string. This short string should do it. Pull it off there. That gets rid of that. Dunk it a little bit, take it around to the other side. Oh, not a huge fan of that. That's better. That I like more. And I think I'm going to leave this side alone. There's only one little small area I see, and then this background is done. And then I can work on the focal point. And that's right over here. Let's see if I can get a little bit more paint on my smaller string here. Let's go right there. Do I like that shape? Not 100%. Not liking that shape either. So let's do this. Let's do this. I know what I'm going to do to fix it. We're just going to go like kind of erases it.
hold your breath. Not gonna, oh man, drip, of course. It's hard for me to tell what I'm doing with these rubber gloves on. Okay. That is just going to have to do. I can't mess with that anymore without really screwing up that background. I'm not 100% happy with that corner, but if I keep messing with it, it's just going to get worse. So that's good enough. At least breaks the circular pattern a little bit. So you're not so like, ooh, with your eye. So, I mean, it does serve a purpose. Am I happy with it 100%? No, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Now the hard part. And the reason this is hard is because I'm going to have to hold this while I pour. And since I'm right-handed, I'm going to try to make my life a little easier by maybe moving the paints to my right side. Just so I'm going to make sure everything's open, reachable. Just make things as easy as possible so I don't mess myself up here. This blue is starting to dry out. It's because of the gel that's in it. The gel medium. That stuff dries really fast. So I'm just gonna add a smidgen of water to these so they flow nicely. This is that opal. I'm gonna use this in place of any white that I want to put in here. You know, just for a little bit more pizzazz to the piece. Oh, I forgot an important step. I need to hit this with the heat gun real fast before I move on to the next layer. There you go. Heat gun. It's gonna get loud. So what I'm using the heat gun for is to any of that silicone that's in all these paints should push to the top. And help create more of a lacy texture. So it's going to take a minute. Sorry guys. This is part of the process. And it, you can't see it probably in the camera, but some of this is, you know, doing exactly what I said. It's getting a little lacier as the silicone kind of bubbles up. This is when I need an assistant, so they can do this while I work on the center part. Or I need a huge torch. That would do the trick. You know. Kush, I can't read right now. Hold on. I have to stand up and read it. Let's see what you said. Ah, that's funny. No, a hair dryer is not as hot, and a torch is the best because a torch won't cause any of the paint to dissipate, whereas the blower on this is lower than a hair dryer, so you're not going to have an issue of like the paint spreading out on you a whole bunch. So things will stay locked in where you want them to stay. But like sometimes I do use a hair dryer when I intentionally want things to move around. So like the flowers that I did, I use the hair dryer to kind of blow out the petals on it to get that like texture. I'm finding holes in my surface and I'm just fixing it with a little bit of white. So, no, unfortunately a hairdryer wouldn't work. At least not for what I'm doing, because I don't want to move this paint around. And in fact, if I point in an area where the paint's a little thicker, it moves around because of the blower from this little heat gun. I think there's a patch of pink over here. This is boring! I'm bored. No more. No more. I want to do the fun part.
Okay. Alright, I did all my steps, right guys? Did I do all my steps? Who is that? I can't read the name. Oh! Hi! How are you? Alright, I'm doing the center part now. The boring part I just got done with. This should be interesting. Alright. So my goal is to keep this centered as much as possible. Right about there. I'm actually going to rest it on there just to help me stabilize it as much as possible. And let's make the outer edge of it the teal color. Our inspiration color, as I've been saying. This is not working, guys. I'm gonna have to like glue some legs to this thing in the future. This is not good. This is very difficult. I could use an assistant big time. Oh no, drips, guys, drips. Sit down. I'm shaking it so much. Which maybe that might make it look good. I don't know. I hope you guys aren't talking to me because I can't answer right now. Where's my buff? Shit. Moved it over here. This is not going to be a flower. I wobbled it too much. But I don't think it's going to look terrible. It's just not going to be a flower. All right. Yep, feet next time, guys. Feet. I forgot about my silver. Silly me. I was wondering why I didn't have enough light colors. Shoot, guys. Drips. All right. A second, I'm gonna grab a small canvas to throw that on so all the rest of it drips onto another canvas. Okay. Alright, this needs a little bit of help. Trying to get it centered some. Got to move it a lot, and then I can move it a little at a time. You'll see what I mean. It looks like I might be messing it up, but I'm not. I promise you. Just the reason for the colors,
it's kind of, I try to go back and forth between light colors and dark colors and stuff that contrast. Just, you know, to make it as interesting as possible. I'm assuming that's you, sweetheart, that's asking those questions, given that it says it's Sanguine Tree. And I'm pretty sure you have admin access to Sanguine Tree. What are you guys thinking? You like it so far? I know I worked so hard on the background, and I'm getting ready to go over some parts of it. Please don't cry, everybody. Wouldn't you love this as a coffee table? It's so much better than what you find at furniture stores, right? Our furniture should look interesting and unique. Sorry guys. So right now, as I've been watching me, you know, move this around, I'm trying to figure out, I've decided I don't like the white blob in the center. I gotta do something with it. I think I'm gonna blow on it. Oh, I just stepped in a huge pile of paint. You remember when I said at the beginning of this, hoping I don't get my pants too messed up? I failed. Who's still on? Sorry, I'm like all in the video and stuff. Yeah, say hello if you're still on. Sorry guys, you're not going to be able to see it for a second. I'm going to move it quickly. I'm running out of playtime here. Alright, let me look at this. Proving to be difficult. do what I want to accomplish. Okay, so my idea of having it in the center and it flowing out, that's not going to happen for this. That's fine. But I think what we're going to do is pour a little bit more this way and then pour a lot more this way and let it run off and kind of fill up this area, and then it'll be with the background. I think that'll work because there's white and silver and stuff in this as a final piece. So sorry if I'm like in the way of the camera. Hi Josie. Thanks for saying hi when I ask. I always just like to know who's still watching. Sorry, you're not gonna be able to see it for a second, so it'll be like a little surprise. Man, I'm getting tired from moving this table around. Oh yeah. Okay. What do you think about that? And then I like this. Yep. Yep. So, you know, that sometimes happens. Sometimes it doesn't turn out anything like I planned. Should I let it run off anymore? Because I'm not over here. Because I'm not going to have the opportunity to do that again. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. So this is why I'm not doing huge tables, because I would have to do this with the whole, like if it's a dining room table. Oh good, you know. All right, there you go. Let me reposition this. And I've got paint all over the legs of my tripod there. Guys, it's not moving much anymore. It might be done. We might have gotten all we can out of it. That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool. All right. One more try. I hear it dripping. Yeah, there you go. Oh. Bam. I don't think I should move that anymore. I think that's a thumbs up, guys. I'm going to just go through, make sure there's no holes in the white on the outside. I mean, who wouldn't want to put a beautiful little flower arrangement right in here, you know, in front of your on your ballin' ass coffee table? Hell yeah! Hell to the yeah! I've got so much paint on my pants legs that I'm gonna have to probably strip before I when I leave this, before I walk out of the studio. I can just feel it underneath my heels because I'm like slow, kind of walking on the fabric a little bit. Dude, like, I'm happy with this. I'm pretty freaking happy with this. This is the most ballin' coffee table out there. Alright. I think I might be done in the studio for tonight because this is a mess. And it's going to continue to drip. Not a whole bunch because we got to pull a lot off of here. And of course I got paint in my hair. But let's see what's left to do. I mean, that is just, I'm sorry. I know it's like me tooting my own horn, but this is really pretty. I'm so happy. Alright, I gotta hit it with the heat gun. Make sure it does all the pretty things it can possibly do. And then I'm gonna have to start cleaning up this huge mess. Alright, I gotta sit down, my back is killing me right now. This is pretty much it. You're welcome to stay on and watch me do this. I think I'm just going to check the edges, make sure they're all painted, and
go from there. This is going to take a minute though. Alright guys, I'm going to keep working on this. Everyone who was on pretty much is gone. This is going to probably take me another 15-20 minutes of well, not blow drying, but heat gunning this. And then I just got to clean up, and check my perimeters. There's a couple of spots still showing pink. Not necessarily bad things because of this purple that's in here, but I just want to thank everyone who watched while I worked on this. I love you, my Crabby Apples. You're amazing. Thanks for watching. If you are watching the recording of this, thanks for hanging in there till the end. Please check me out on those 2 dates that I talked about, the Affliction Addiction. This is going to be featured in it. I'm in love with it. I'm going to keep doing this. I take custom orders. I'm like willing to do this for your living room in your own color scheme, obviously. Okay, bye Crabby Apples. Love you.